Hey guys, welcome to the Touchdown Table. I'm Ryan, that's Tyler, that's Jordan, and in this video we're going to be doing a player comparison between two NFC East quarterbacks, Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz.
Yeah, they're two interesting quarterbacks out of the same draft class. So Carson James Wentz and Rain Dakota Prescott. That should be fun to compare them to in this video. I guess I'll start with
Go for it.
So first off, they were drafted in the same draft class, but in different spots. Carson Wentz drafted number 2 overall. Jared Goff went first in that draft, and then later in the 4th round, the Cowboys drafted Dak Prescott. By the way, this was 2016, I believe. So two different spots right away. Dak Prescott, we came in after Tony Romo went down, and he played pretty well. Dak Prescott's name was thrown into the MVP conversations along with Ezekiel Elliott. That was a really good year for the Cowboys in general. But then also Carson Wentz had a pretty decent year as well.
Yeah, Carson Wentz was another name that was thrown into the MVP conversation in his short career. It's a very similar sample size, so that's why we're comparing these two. Jordan, continue on what you're saying.
Yeah, in their first 2 years, both had a lot of success, and I think Tyler agrees with me. I don't think Ryan so much does, but I think if Carson Wentz didn't get injured that year, I think he would have won the MVP award.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, so we're going to compare these guys, and we're actually going to pick sides, so it should be fun. And as you'll see in a second, Ryan's very split down the middle. I'm with him too, but I'm leaning towards one side.
Close.
It is really close. I think they're both two very, very good quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong, but the one that I'm leaning towards is Carson Wentz. I just like what Carson Wentz has to show. I think he's a good athlete. The problem with him, and it's a very obvious problem, is that he gets injured way too often. So he really needs to stay healthy. But when he's healthy, he's playing very good. There are some times when he's inaccurate, but he has never really had some great receivers. If you know the NFL, if you know the Eagles, then you know what I'm talking about. Their receiving core has been pretty bad for a long time, and something that they're finally trying to upgrade this year. Hopefully it'll help them out in the future. But I like Carson Wentz. I also like Dak Prescott. It's really hard for me to compare the two because I think they're both very good. Yeah. But I'm just going to say I lean towards the side of Carson Wentz. And if I think of anything else in this video to say, then I will be talking.
Yeah, it's like we've mentioned many times. It's very close. And I said the sample size is very similar. Carson Wentz has played 56 games in his career, or started at least. And Dak Prescott has started 64. It's a little bit more for Dak Prescott. In total, Dak Prescott has 36 picks. Carson Wentz has 35. So everything is very close. Even completion percentage is right next to each other. But for me, the reason why I say Carson Wentz over Dak Prescott is because look at the teams that they're on. Dak Prescott, especially now this year and even last year, with the weapons he had in Dallas, I think if Carson Wentz was placed into that offense, we would see more success than what the Cowboys had last year. And for Carson Wentz, he has a lot of receivers that he's played with that are just not very good. Nelson Aguilar's been there for a while, a lot of drops and just inconsistency. And if he were to be in Dallas, I would see less of that and more success for Carson than Prescott. But clearly both of these guys are capable quarterbacks. They're both at least about to get paid. Carson Wentz has already gotten his money. Dak Prescott is right on the way of that. So possibly. Yeah. He'll get paid by some team.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some surprise trade that happens.
Yeah, true. So me and Tyler, are more towards the side of Carson Wentz, but don't sleep on Dak Prescott. I'm referring to the sleepover commercials that he's in. So Ryan, why don't you tell us why you can't sleep on Dak Prescott in this conversation?
Well, when you look at the comparison, when you look at the comparison between Dak and Wentz, I think it's really close, but I lean ever so slightly towards Dak Prescott. And at the end of the day, if you say you could start your franchise with one of these two guys, I would take Dak. But it's so close. I could almost flip a coin. It's probably like 51-49 in favor of Dak Prescott for me. Health is a big factor in that, but also with Dak Prescott, the key is you've seen the production. He's really getting a lot of hate at times because, he's on the Cowboys, he's getting memed. So I do think there might have been a time where he was overrated, but I think all the unnecessary hate that he's getting for wearing the star on his helmet has kind of made him a little bit underrated, if anything. That's just my take. You look at his stats from last year, 65.1 completion percentage, almost 5,000 yards, 4,902 to be precise. And then touchdowns to interception ratio, 30 touchdowns, 11 picks, so almost a 3-to-1 touchdown ratio. And the QE rating, 99.7, just under 100. So the production is there with Dak Prescott. And what I think makes this so tough to evaluate is that Dak Prescott has used his weapons well. He's got Amari Cooper, a good receiver. He's got a great offensive line, a good running back in Ezekiel Elliott. So you just look at the receivers that these two have had throughout their career, and you just say, okay, how is it truly fair to evaluate them just based on stats?
And the running backs, too.
Yeah, true. So it's just so hard to evaluate, but I just lean towards Dak for health reasons, and I just like the production that we've seen. He's been able to put full seasons together consistently. I can't say the same about Carson Wentz. So I do think that Dak Prescott is the better out of these two, but it's honestly so close, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of them emerges clearly over the other. Who, I don't know, but it's going to be fun watching these two play each other twice a year for the future.
Yeah, and if you were to say emerge, I would feel like because of the offense that's there in one of those certain cities I'm talking about, Dallas, how much it's built now with CeeDee Lamb there as well.
Yeah.
I would think Dak Prescott might have better stats going into next year,
Yeah.
but I still think Carson Wentz is more accurate, just more precise overall. It is really close, though. Both very good quarterbacks.
Yeah, and one thing with Wentz, now he doesn't really have as much of the, I have no receivers. Because now this team, they brought in Marquise Goodwin with the trade and got Jalen Rager, so they did get some new weapons for him. So now maybe it'll be
they
still got Sackers there as well. Dallas Goedert is someone that I love, too.
Yeah.
Another stat we could throw out there, just to say how similar they are. They both have the exact same amount of touchdowns in their career at 97. So, I mean, if you're not believing us, just go look at the stats to see how close this thing is. And it's like you said, Ryan, it's even more fun that it's a divisional matchup where you get to see it twice.
Yep.
They both also have kind of similar backgrounds, kind of smaller schools, not like huge football schools. Mississippi State is obviously bigger than North Dakota State.
Yeah.
But Carson Wentz was drafted earlier on, and Dak Prescott was drafted in the 4th round. Obviously, Dak Prescott would be moved to the 1st round, but I would still be drafting Carson Wentz before Dak Prescott in the draft. And honestly, if I had to rearrange the quarterbacks from that draft, it would be probably Carson Wentz would go 1st overall to the Rams that year. And then it would be Dak Prescott going 2nd overall to the Eagles. And then Jared Goff would be in there too.
I'm just trying to think who were the non-quarterbacks in that draft, because I don't know I don't know if there's I don't think there's a guy who's going to ever be like a Patrick Mahomes type talent out of those guys. So I mean, it's a quarterback you can reach for them, but I don't know. I still think that I'd take Dak over Wentz slightly.
Some people in that draft: Joey Bosa, Zeke Elliott, Jalen Ramsey, DeForest Buckner. Some linemen as well.
I'm just saying in terms of quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, maybe you go Zeke Elliott number 1. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that would just be me rearranging the quarterbacks really quickly. But you can tell why Dak Prescott wants his money now. Now that we're talking about it. So let's talk about this really quickly. With the stats he's put up, we talked about the entire video. He deserves to get paid. He was drafted later on, like we said. He doesn't have as much money as a Carson Wentz does in his rookie contract. Plus, Carson already got paid, so you can see why he feels underrated. I think both of these guys have something to prove, with Carson Wentz winning the Super Bowl but not being able to play in it, and Dak Prescott just being known as the Cowboys quarterback. It's very close. But Carson Wentz has gone to 1 Pro Bowl, and Dak Prescott has gone to 2. So, once again, very close. Last stat I'm going to throw out there, unless you guys got something else to throw out.
Go ahead. Unless you got something.
You're going to have to go get those later, but...
Yeah, he's helping you to throw something out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was
not
the last
garbage, just out of it. Yeah, I'll get it out.
Yes.
Okay. Get it out?
Yes.
Let's see if you can do this. Okay, so while he's getting that, I believe those are all the stats I wanted to talk about. So there it was. Oh my gosh. Just a quick little comparison video between those two guys. If you guys like this video, let us know, because we are thinking about making this a series. If you want to have us do this with more people, we would love to do that. So just tell us who you want us to compare to players, and we'll do that. Hopefully we have some controversy at the table like we did today. We're heading into the 2020 season.
What are you
It's
doing?
going to be very fun.
You didn't seem to notice.
I was looking at them. I wasn't looking at you.
Well, you were looking directly at me a second ago.
Oh, it's gotten really interesting at this table right now. I think it's time we conclude this video before Jordan does something more wild.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell. Let people know about us. We love you guys to spread it. Community. We're just a couple of teenagers talking about football, something we love. So let's spread this channel in year 2 of our channel. Like I said, also comment down below who you think is better, and if we should continue the series, because we think it would be very fun. Honestly, let's do that too. Who's better between the 3 of us and Dak Prescott?
Well, yeah, like in what though?
I think don't do it on this video because actually no.
Just comment stuff down below. Okay.
And like,
So,
what are you
If you're like a
evaluating?
jokester,
Yeah,
you could
what are you evaluating us on? You know, like
yeah, there's
evaluating us how do you jump in front of a screen and stare at it.
then you win.
Okay. Well, it's gotten wild here at the table, so I think it's time we wrap it up. Thank you guys again for watching this video. Do what I said before, and with that, we will see you guys later.
See ya.